boys from getting tensed up.
All right, Jedediah.
Yeah. The voice has got messed up so bad.
I know. You sound like Jedediah.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. This is Danny
And Wanda.
from the big Deep South Homestead. Okay. So,
Danny has a voice.
I do have somewhat of a voice left at the moment. I don't know how long it'll last.
Every time we do anything. Hey, Danny's daughter.
Hello, Danny's daughter.
Sierra.
Haven't seen you. Sierra.
Boterl.
Boturf.
Boturf. Okay.
Yeah. Deborah.
David and Deborah. And
There is
Duncan,
Ms.
Fly Pie Moon Pie. Firefly Moon Pie.
Kubota Acres. Ms.
Red
Gemini
Duchess.
Homestead.
The Lazy M.
The Country Homestead
Lou.
Preacher.
We got a lot of people.
And the Bullfrog Swamp Homestead.
Diana, Mama Tratsu.
Yes. Beth.
Read what you sow. I saw that the other day. I like the way they do
I
that.
like that too. SEAUX.
Yeah.
They must be Louisiana the way they
I
spell it.
imagine they are. I can
Gotta
just
be.
guess.
If you spell it that way, you gotta be.
Now we may be doing them injustice. It might not be.
Maybe not.
But
Maybe
I
not.
guess.
It could be French.
Yes.
And yes, we are growing our own
Redeemed
food. 200
ranch.
strawberry plants in the ground today. Yes, Sierra.
Yeah.
Hello,
what
Miss
do you do
Amanda.
to control ants?
What do we do to control ants?
They
You move
have-
away from them.
No, in their potatoes. It was in the potatoes.
Oh, in the potatoes. I don't know. If there's ants in your potatoes, we just live with ours. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it here. So, I mean, I don't really have an answer.
What's for supper? Well, we had
meatloaf
and green beans.
And carrots and
kale
and
a salad. My green stalk is doing awesome. I took like a big dish pan full of kale and cooked it, and then I took a dish pan full of lettuce, and we had salad. And
told you it was Louisiana. Yes.
See, we're pretty good at this.
Oh, Susie D said they just finished making 2.5 gallons of maple syrup.
I need some maple syrup.
Maple syrup is so good.
All right, Tamara's headed to her daughter's, but she's going to be in my cannon class.
Meemaw's Hippobilly Homestead Zimmerman said they just came from Big Bear Lake.
Isn't
that up there where the New Madrid Fault thing? Or is that, am I thinking about something different?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I've heard of it.
And I see Red Duchess and Stivers and South Georgia Hydroponics.
Jennifer, I am feeling somewhat better. I still have a little bit of a sore throat, but it's not too bad.
Joint Chiefs of Staff, 2 family. They said you look and sound better. I don't know if he looks any better.
I don't know if I look any better.
2 family.
I think someboody got eyesight
That's
problems.
2 family.
Oh,
Sherry's just complimenting you.
She's just needs a pair of glasses, I'm assuming.
Well, we may have to have her glasses changed.
Oh, Beth says we have 14 rows of potatoes up and doing good. English peas and carrots so far. Great.
Felicia wants to know, is she too late to plant spinach in zone 7?
Probably
no,
not spinach. Especially if you planted
Is it too late to do mayhaw cuttings? Ours are blooming.
Ours have mayhaws on them.
Yeah, we do have some mayhaws, but I mean, ours have bloomed. They've got little mayhaws and they're blooming again.
I don't know if it's actually ever too late if you get the circumstances just right. You just want the very tips of the limb, though. You don't want anything else.
Any goat cheese yet? No. We have been so busy with the cabin and the gathering and all that till we have not tried.
She said no, Big Bear's live video.
Oh, I got
the lake sounds good. Okay.
Well, you need glasses too. Sherry's not the only one that needs glasses.
Sherry says I have glasses, even bifocals.
And she still thinks you look good.
Oh man. Everybody's asking about how's the tractor. Well, guys, we sold the tractor. Okay?
It's gone.
It's gone. It's no more. We don't have it anymore.
And we will have a video.
We'll have a video coming up about us moving forward.
Maybe this week. Hopefully.
Debbie says it is storming in Tennessee tonight.
How was our night in the country?
Candy corn cabin.
I can't even say my own thing. We had fun.
Well, we had fun, but every 2 hours we were woke up by barking dogs.
Because there's no noise over there.
I mean, it literally guys, it was just echoing so bad. I mean, we would be in a dead sleep and wake up to
But
screaming
no,
dogs.
we enjoyed it. We went over there. There'll be a video
There'll be a
hopefully
video coming up
Monday.
about it. Yeah.
But we went over there. Maybe 6. We finally got everything. I cooked here and then took it over there, and we sat and he built a fire, watched it, and the fire was the only light in the whole cabin, except for the windows, and it was awesome. And then we were probably asleep by 8 or 8:30.
By 8:30, when you got no electricity and it gets
There's
dark,
no
you go to bed.
electricity. And we just watched the fire and went to bed, and it was pretty cool.
Okay, I gotta stop this chat.
You found a
No, people's asking all these questions. Let me
hey
go
Jen
back.
at the nut house.
Okay.
Somebody planted G90 sweet corn today. Do you plant in long rows or in blocks?
I plant long rows. No, not sweet corn. I plant in blocks. I'm sorry. Going down here, taking my time, guys. Just hang on there.
Danny, I have
one
3-year-old
three-year-old pear tree, but no pears. Do I need another to pollinate? Some pears do require pollinators. Some don't. It depends on the variety that you have. But if you have a pear tree and you're not getting any pears, it's more than likely you may need a pollinator, or either the freeze or frost killed your.
Jeremy is wanting to know about planting asparagus. Any idea how many you would need to can at least 36 jars?
Oh,
a
lot.
A lot.
You're probably going to need 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 30.
If that many, he would probably need several hundred plants.
You probably have to have about 150
plants.
At least 150.
And you can't eat any. You have to
let them
all
sit
in
for
jars.
3 years, and you won't be able to eat any of them whenever you do. You'll have to harvest all of them.
We have probably, maybe 36 plants or something in 2 different beds.
Yeah, we got probably 70 altogether.
Yeah, I get 10 or 12 every few days, but I eat it.
Okay, UP Gardner says the Belarus wins. Yes, it does. My Belarus, still a good tractor.
We're probably going to do the steering on it and get it ready.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing, the steering and the brakes with the Belarus. We're gonna probably fix that. It's gonna be one of our upcoming.
The Music Well said they just dodged a tornado.
They were having some weird weather, and I forgot what. I want to say
there.
Texas.
It's all the way up north of us up there.
But it started in Texas. They said they had 4 different seasons in one day.
Pouring down in southwest Ohio. Joint Chiefs there. Let's see. Jen from the Nut House says Big Bear Lake. Laugh out loud. So California, I can see the mountains from my property, and it is still snowy.
Wow.
We have tornado warnings on top of us, Debbie says.
So I'm not sure where she's at.
Just keep moving on down. Oh, it keeps jumping back on me here.
Everybody says about storms and things like that.
That's pouring down. Southwest, so where do we get back here? Here we go.
Yeah, he ran it way back, so we're kind of messed
Sounds
up.
like a peaceful night, Amanda says. Well, it was peaceful till the dogs woke us up. And then, you know me, I got upset and I drove my truck over to their house and blew the horn. But
we did have a peaceful night. As we slept, we slept.
Is it too late to plant onions in zone 8B? Not really. It's not.
It's not.
Flutie Lick is in here somewhere because I see somebody talking about him.
Yes.
I'm fixing to jump past. Okay. Now I got to get caught back up.
I see Flutie Lick says, thank you, Debbie.
Okay. We're caught back up.
Do you use trellis for your beans? We do
for rattlesnake beans. Yes. Debbie says, I'm in Tennessee, Wanda.
So Tennessee's getting the weather right now.
I looked a while ago on the radar thing, and it showed through Tennessee, Ohio, Pennsylvania, up in that way. They're starting to just get this big glob going through there. Gemini says, I got garden fever and put tomatoes in too soon. Had to cover my garden because of a frost.
Now, I just repotted a lot of my herbs, and Danny's repotted a lot of his tomatoes, and
my tomatoes are like this. I can't hang on the camera. They're like this tall. They're like 16 inches tall, and I can't get them in the ground because it won't warm up.
Yeah, this is the longest we've ever went without having.
Yeah.
Right now, we would be harvesting.
We should be picking
English peas and green beans in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We should be harvesting them, and they're not. the green beans are just popping the ground if he doesn't replant.
Yeah.
And the English peas are just stunned. You know, we've never had that.
See, Sherry Papin says it's going down to 26 degrees tonight and tomorrow night. Guys, this is what they call the solar minimum.
See, I saw Brenda Duncan said on Facebook that we're getting down in the.
It was actually snowing in Missouri and
20s.
Kansas today.
I think she said the wind chill was going to be like 20 something,
Yeah.
27 or something.
Cindy said, I need rattlesnake bean seeds by the end of this week.
Hoss
Where can I get
Tools.
them? Hoss Tools sells them.
Link in the descriptions below.
Links in the description below. It's there, I promise.
Click on Hoss Tools, go to their premium seeds and order some rattlesnake beans.
Jennifer from the Country Homestead Preacher says we have the same problem you do with our tomatoes. They're getting tall and leggy.
His look great.
Mine are beautiful, but they're just, as a matter of fact, they're fixing to start blooming.
Yeah, and my 2 tomatoes in my green stalk planter have little tomatoes on them and blooms everywhere, and it's just the green stalk's the way to go if you don't have very much space. I'm just saying, y'all check it out. Link in the description below. Yeah, I'm selling tonight.
Grandma's Rose says she lost all her tomato seedlings, left them out, and forgot to bring them back inside. And Frost got them all.
What was the somebody said they do Kentucky Wonder green beans. What, Blue Lake?
Blue Lake is what we're going to try. We're going to go back. We had contenders planted. We're going to go back with Blue Lakes and just kind of give it a try and see how it works.
There's Stringfield Ridge. Sherry.
Vince says it may be the Maunder minimum coming. Not no maybe. It probably is.
Yeah, the white picket fence.
Reap what you sow, says Danny. I love seeing all your fruit trees. Well, we have a lot of fruit trees. It's just that we're not going to have a lot of fruit this year.
We're going to have a variety, but it's going to be limited on some. But that's the way it is every year. One year, like the peaches haven't done very well in 2 years, but the year before that we had peaches galore. So pears did really well last year, but didn't do very well the year before. Apples did great last year, and 1 year they didn't. I mean, they're back and forth.
Yeah, they're back. We've lost so many questions there. I can't help it. I got to go back.
It keeps going back. Y'all could repost.
They can repost, but people get upset when they have to repost. That was Cindy said, thank you, Danny, on the seeds.
Charlotte said, my English peas are just coming up and the green beans too.
The Stivers, that's what it was. The Stivers says, yes, it was 65 today and we just got notified. Snow will be here in the morning.
Oh, no. See, I mean,
that's what makes it so hard.
That was us. We had all our English peas, our potatoes out, and they were up and doing what they're supposed to be doing. We had a hard freeze. We don't usually have a hard freeze.
We hardly ever have
we might have a frost, but never a hard freeze.
Future dreams to realities here somewhere.
And
my girl
active
Sarah.
Agent.
And active agent. I see them popping in here.
Yes.
Can't wait McCoy's to see Oak Hill Farm. Yes, gardening is a challenge. Anyone.
Can't wait to see the RV finished. Well, it probably isn't going to get finished.
I don't know if it's going to get finished.
He's going to probably sell it, and we're just going to continue on with the cabin because he just got to where he wasn't interested in the RV after he decided he wanted to build a cabin.
Once I decided I want a cabin, that's where my mind's at.
He's
going to grow red Chinese rattlesnake type beans for the first time this year, Sherry says, along with Cherokee tan pumpkins for the first time. The Cherokee tan pumpkins you will love.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have plenty of room.
Time to sow some. They're afraid to plant right now. It is very
Our seedlings are now popping up above the soil. I'm so excited, Miss Sarah says.
Southern Pines Creation. John Walker.
VW Farm, a family farm, says their temperatures are dropping since noon today. Well, I was looking at the radar this morning. I saw Kansas, northern Missouri, and all them snow again. I was like, really? You know, are these people going to get a break?
When is our last
frost date estimation? It was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. And like I said, we hardly ever even get a freeze past February, and we had a freeze in March, and that's highly unusual. And it's already turning hot. I mean, hence this.
Yeah. The white picket fence says, can you soundproof the cabin? We probably could if we could afford to put rock salt insulation in. It's just that it's so expensive. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. But rock soil would definitely help to
But we will
soundproof it.
have more wood and stuff in it, and
We
some
will,
insulation.
but those big windows are it's still gonna
Yeah.
you're still gonna hear it through the windows. I'm afraid.
I saw Andy's in here. Andy, it was Andy's backyard.
Yeah.
Andy's Tennessee living, or I forgot, Andy's Tennessee Life and Homestead was in the hospital. He may be still in the hospital. He's having gallbladder issues.
Yes, the Cherokee tan pumpkins do have variegated leaves. I'm just catching I'm just catching one every so often as it goes by.
Yeah, full jars. I like that name.
Oh. Time
Need
for
to have
Living
a
says,
garden.
Wanda, your candy corn seeds are in the mail. They should be there Monday.
Oh, that's the candy corn, like sweet corn.
Yeah.
We may have to plant some of that so I can see.
Ms. Brenda said, Old Man Wither doesn't like me. Doesn't like us, evidently.
Yeah. I'm not a homesteader, but love to start a garden one of these days. Thank you for the knowledge and your willingness to work so hard to share it with all of us. I watch all of your videos. So
Time to Sow says a barking dog would make a person do strange things, especially with lack of sleep. And you're looking at one that
Andy still is in the hospital.
that has lack of sleep because of it, and it's about to get real.
Jennifer said, didn't it snow on her birthday before?
Yes, in the 1980s, it snowed on my daughter's birthday in April.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I remember that.
Yeah.
It snowed really well, but it wasn't like a hard freeze. It
just snowed. It snowed
just
like 2 or
snowed.
3 inches deep.
And it didn't really kill a whole lot because
Yeah.
it was like just around freezing, but it wasn't a hard freeze.
Ghostmania says that their sweet corn is coming up. That's great. See, this is what I love. I love to see people who are actually having results, you know. Debbie says candy corn is actually awesome to grow and eat. See, we've never grown it here. We didn't know anything about it, but we will definitely give it a try.
Vince is asking, do we blanch and freeze beans, and how does that work for us? Green beans, we do not.
No.
I just put
We don't
them
care
in
for
jars.
the taste of blanched and frozen beans at all. We always just can ours.
If I have only a few green beans, I just snap them and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. They tend to taste better, I guess, because once you blanch them, they just go wimpy and they don't taste good.
Brenda says, do these dogs not wake up the owners? Well, we don't know because they drink so heavy. It's possible that they're just drunk and they don't know.
I don't know, or they're used to it.
Or they just may put earplugs in. I don't know what they do. They say it's music to their ears. So, you know, take that for what it's worth.
Yeah. Double pane glass stops a lot of exterior sound with low foam. The window we got is like
the window we
really
got
insulated, great.
It is double paned. It is argon filled gas. It is tempered glass. It's low E glass. It's everything that you can get in a window, and it's still.
Charlotte said they got 2 more dogs next door. Cindy wants to know on the rattlesnake beans, do you shell them before canning them? You can, but we always pick them tender.
We pick them tender
and snap them like snap beans.
Yeah.
If you leave them on the vine till they get ready, you can pick them and shell them out as fresh beans, or you can leave them till they dry and eat them like dried beans. So all 3 ways works.
Courtney says, can I grow lettuce indoors during the summer? Yes, you can if you keep it under a fluorescent light if you keep it under grow lights and you keep the temperature in the house around 65 to 70 degrees, you can.
Okay. So.
Bullfrog Swamp says, my potatoes are popping up now, but I'm way behind schedule because of the weather. Well, you may not be that far behind schedule if the weather is working against you.
Yeah, probably. We're all having to figure this thing out. And I had my book and I laid it down somewhere. Yeah.
John Connor says, maybe the pollen would give the dogs a sore throat. Well, it gave me a sore throat. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it did mess with Danny's.
Mess with me bad. Hang on, man. I got to keep going backwards. Sounds like they need a new tune. Well,
Probably.
let's see here. Get it back to where it
Would
needs to.
you would get some good sleep. Where am I at? I don't know if you come to the shindig. Oh, okay. So that's BW Family Farms wanting us to come to the shindig. That's it. Yes. Adrian found my book. Oh, come here.
Come here. You just want to pop around here.
Look.
Okay.
Oh, pop
And we'll
around.
bring Christopher in a minute if he got pretty.
Like when your brother will
That's-
be off the seat here. Here we go.
He's in there talking to his girl.
Oh, well,
Oh,
we can't
well.
bring
Talking
the
to his
two.
girlfriend.
Okay.
This is Adrian.
This is Adrian
Hey guys.
from South Carolina.
Adrian
Yep.
has been here like, what, this third, fourth, fifth time?
Third time.
Third.
Fourth if you count the
Together.
gathering last year.
Yeah, so he's been here several times. His son Christopher's the one that wrote the letter that I picked out of when we asked, did somebody want to spend a week at Deep South? And so they spent their first week here.
In
And-
July.
Has that been 1 or 2 years?
No, it was 2 years.
It was 2 years, but he came in the hottest part of the year.
April is a much better.
Yeah, April's a lot better.
Yeah, and then one time you brought Ethan, and Ethan was supposed to be here, but he's not.
No, he didn't make it this time.
All right, Danny, are we running cooler this spring than normal?
Yes.
Seems like yes.
Yes, we're definitely running cooler.
And Oldie says they will lose their plum, peach, and maybe pear trees tonight because they're
Because of the
yeah.
freeze, I'm
That's
supposing.
Sherry's husband.
White picket fence says, hello, Adrian.
It really does go by fast. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. And you got to
He's
be able
used
to
to
read that.
reading his phone, not
Yeah.
this.
I got a phone right here. But
Where in South Carolina? Bullfrog says, I'm in the lower South Carolina.
okay. Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we just had a freeze Thursday. or
Papa
it's
Truck.
lost Thursday, so
We got Papa Truck. and
everybody's a lot
picket
colder.
fence.
Yeah.
They're prep
There's
steading.
Georgia girl. She says, where in South Carolina? He said Spartanburg.
Prep steading with disability says hello, Adrian. Duncan says hello.
She asked a
Hello.
question a while ago, and I can't remember what it was.
Oh, there's Deborah Oster. I talked to her a couple times
Yeah,
through
Yeah.
through there.
the chat. So.
Okay. 2018 spring was perfect time, so says. Are the ticks bad at your place as it is at ours? We have no ticks here yet. We have not had a tick on us or the dogs, the animals, or anything
for a long time.
If they're
for
around,
several years.
I'm sure they'll find me. I'm telling you.
We just don't have them.
We'll
here.
just roll Adrian around
Yeah.
on the ground and find them. See where they're at. Ticks are awful if you.
Holly Haven Homestead said we are in Cottageville, South Carolina, Bullfrog Swamp Homestead, and the other one says we're just over from Asheville.
And Beth says, do you plant on the
Top of the drip tape, we got ours in yesterday. Yes, I plant on top of the drip tape. We put our drip tape underground and then covered up and then plant on top of it.
And then Willow wants to know, do you still watch
Ice Age Farmer. I watch not every video, but I watch most of his videos. I just don't have time.
Adapt is the one you were watching.
I watch Adapt 2030, a lot of his.
Do you grow October Shelly beans? No.
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Debbie says they have ticks there right now.
I thought it would be cold. They wouldn't be coming out.
No, cold weather doesn't affect that.
Azaleen says, hello from Nova Scotia.
J&E Farm says, can you cover small fruit trees with a sheet to help during a freeze? You can if you put a light under it. And it does tend to help.
We covered our orange tree last year and it still got it. But now it's doing great this year. We lost about a half of that orange tree.
You lost about
last
half
year,
of it last year, yeah.
even with it covered. Somebody reap what you sow says they have
Trouble with gnats. Yeah, the no-see-ums is really
and
bad.
ants.
Yeah, it
Somebody
comes
says
forward
ants.
for gnats. We raise them there too.
Yes.
I can't stand a gnat. I think I'd rather have ants than a gnat.
Azaleen says, I'm working on a trade to get me a pressure canner. Good deal.
Yeah. Oh, that brings me up to I am having a private canning class. It's going to be an unlisted canning class Tuesday morning. And if anybody's interested, they can email me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. It will be a $10 fee paid by PayPal, because I don't want a lot of trolls and stuff, and I only want people that are interested in canning. So if you're interested, we'll be doing this Tuesday morning around 9 o'clock. I need to know before Monday evening so that I can send everybody the URL for it.
Yes, the Cherokee tan pumpkin will grow on a trellis. That was actually it's a new name. It was Texas Plow Girl. She was asking. Homesteading with Disabilities, or whichever one it was. Prep steading.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire ants is our culprit here. A lot of people have ticks. We have fire ants. I think I would almost trade with you.
Yeah, you can't get rid of the fire ants.
We have fire ants too.
Yeah.
I mean,
fire ants are horrible.
yeah, they're awful.
Yeah, the gnats are terrible. We call them no-see-ums here. They just eat you alive.
Sheet metal
Yeah.
flies.
Yeah.
They'll bite through sheet metal. We call them sheet metal flies.
Yeah, they're saying
Yeah, the Cherokee tans grow great on a trellis. I mean, that's what the American Native Indians done that. They would cut trees down and let the tops lay on the ground and plant the pumpkins around them, and they would grow all up in the limbs on the trees and hang all up in the limbs and stuff. So yeah, they'll grow on a trellis fine.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people last year send us pictures of theirs on trellises, and they were just hanging.
Yeah.
So we may have to try and find us a way to do that or something somewhere.
Tamara says, Wanda, I'm going to learn how to can.
I know she is. She's joining my
It's
class.
not hard. It's not
There's
hard
a
to
lot
do.
of them that have messaged me, and they're all saying I'm scared of that canner. I've got a canner. I'm scared.
It's not hard.
We're going to do it. This one right here
Yeah.
can can. Anybody can can.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Amanda says Wanda sells Terra Shields, which is a great essential oil and helps to keep ticks off of you and your pets naturally.
Yes, if you have not heard of Terra Shield, it is through doTERRA. Message me. We'll talk. It's great for, like she said, animals and people.
Yeah.
Right now, we hadn't had any mosquitoes or anything right now. Here.
Debbie says we have those palmetto bugs here in South Carolina. Oh God, we have them here bad too. We have them bad.
Country Homestead Preacher said they had their first Cherokee tan pumpkin this week. They ate the first one.
Good.
No-see-ums are horrible.
The no-see-ums are the worst thing.
When we were
Avon's the only thing that we found to keep them from messing with.
Skin
so soft.
Yep.
Everybody knows what that
Everybody
is.
knows about that. Man, you have to take a bath in it.
And Danny hates the smell.
I hate the smell of it. I put it on my goats and they ran from me for a week.
Jennifer, the class is at 9 Central Time and Tuesday morning, April 2nd. It's going to be online. And
Yes,
I'm sending people the URL like at 8 or 8:30 that morning.
There's been several things went through here. I got to remember. They're wanting prayers for John Walker. Now I don't know who John Walker is, but they're wanting prayers for John Walker. So we want to ask y'all to remember John Walker in your prayers.
I think I remember somebody saying who it was a while ago because I didn't know why they were saying who it was, but they put name and then John Walker beside it. So
Jim wants to know, says, am I going turkey hunting this year? No, because I raise turkeys. I don't have to go turkey hunting. I can just go right out the back door and get all I want.
all right, so
Who said that? Oh, Lou. Just Lou.
what did she say?
Once you can something to hear that jar seal. For
You're
the first
stuck.
time, you're stuck.
You're hooked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll
Yeah,
can everything.
The first time you do it, you set it out on the counter and it pings. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh my God, it's good.
Yeah.
Any new foraging videos? We haven't really foraged for anything right now. We've been so busy. I go out and like today I foraged in the greenhouses. I came in, asked Adrian. We had kale for supper. I stewed it down with some onions. Then I went and got lettuce. I went out to the other greenhouse and got little yellow pear tomatoes. I had went and got asparagus earlier. That's my foraging right now. And I pulled a couple of carrots. So I'm not foraging for wild stuff. I'm foraging in my yard for food.
The person asked about the pumpkins for a pie.
Yeah.
They make a great pie.
They
make
I
great
Yeah.
planted 5 plants, ended up with 35 pumpkins, I think.
Yeah.
And, I made plenty of pies with them this year.
Do we have walking onions? Yes.
What oils do you have for sunburn? I work outside and get sun poisoning every year? Amanda, answer, dear.
For sunburn, you would probably want some aloe vera, which we don't have an aloe vera, but I would use aloe vera. That's, I mean, off the top of my head, but not even mentioning doTERRA right now. But you could use lavender, would probably calm it down. I mean, calm you down anyway from being burnt.
Charlotte, yes, we do have walking onions. We have lots of walking onions. We have the Egyptian walking onions.
I don't know. You probably, I would have to think about the sun. That would be one different one. Because most people use aloe vera. I'm not sure. I just cut in that.
I'm trying to read the chat. It's going by so fast. I'm missing so many of them. People talking about they just pulled their carrots.
Yeah, I've gotten carrots for this week. Probably that's what I'm going to be doing for my canning classes. Having Adrian and Christopher help me pull carrots Tuesday morning.
Okay, Amanda says we make a spray of witch hazel, aloe, and water lavender and frankincense to use after we play in the sun. Helps greatly.
So lavender, I was saying lavender, and then like I said, aloe and witch hazel she mentioned, and then frankincense kind of amplifies the others. Frankincense is something you put on after the others, and it helps make it work fast.
Person says, do not use jojoba oil if you're sensitive to the sun.
No.
Adapt 2030 is saying large food shortages this year. It's going to start this year. The actual impact will begin in 2021 to 2025. Somebody just come down the driveway.
It's all right. Vinegar, yes, we use vinegar on sunburn, but now sun poisoning's a little bit different, I think. And I would definitely something like lavender and stuff would kind of calm.
Becky, you can use the ammonium sulfate on your onions if you have onions planted. It'll work on that. If you use it lightly, you can use it on Irish potatoes. You can use it on tomatoes. There's a lot of stuff.
Okay, so I need to introduce Adrian, who is, some of them are coming in late. He is from South Carolina, not Alabama, and his name is Adrian, and he comes and helps out. He helped in the cabin today.
Helped in the cabin. We put the loft in the cabin today. All the plywood up there and all. Got some of the 2x4 started. Charlotte wants to know if the walking onions are on our Etsy store. They're not, but we can put them on there if we need to.
I usually don't put very many at a time. He'll have to see how many we have, and I can add those maybe this week. If he needs to thin them. The only time we put things like the walking onions up is when he's ready to thin.
Yeah, when I'm ready to thin.
Wet tea bags on your skin will take the sting out.
That's true, because I have used that before.
Gosmania said you gave them some great, we have a question. You gave us some great advice at the gathering. Any advice on the deer? We might have to place a fence around the garden to steer off the deer. I've tried everything throughout the years. So
we've learned that the pink flagging tape, like surveyors use, pulled and just left, drive you some little stalks along, put it all the way around the garden, and take Irish Spring soap and drive you some little pieces of rebar in the ground, and take that soap and rub it up and down those rebar about once a week. We've had good luck with that.
For some reason they do not like the smell of Irish Spring, and that pink tape kind of floats.
It's sitting in the wind, sitting there fluttering like that, kind of irritates them. And lots of people are saying they would love some walking onions.
Then you have to see if we can.
I'll have to see how many we've got, if we still have any, and they will be on the Etsy store. If we do, you'll just have to watch the Etsy store for them.
Yes.
Brenda Collins says, my family needs prayers. Husband and daughter both going through cancer treatments. We've got to remember that. Jan says her walking onions are doing great.
Yeah, ours are needing.
Ours is
probably thin from.
Well, ours is fixing to put new ones on to fall to the ground and actually
so you'll have to watch.
Yeah, I'll just have to watch what I'm doing.
Does it steer of rabbits? I'm not sure if they're
Well,
asking
the only
about
thing
that.
that we found that stops the rabbits on ours is one of these poultry netting electric fences.
Yeah,
We put that around our garden, and it seems to prevent the rabbits.
it's helped somewhat. There's Broussard.
Cindy says, "Who does like the smell of Irish Spring?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who buys this stuff. I mean, I'm sure.
why did they even make Irish Spring?
I don't know.
I was thinking it, I just didn't say it.
Yeah, I guess they used to say it was a manly man thing, but
It
now
was. You remember that commercial?
I remember the commercials. Yeah, yeah.
Nobody liked Irish Spring.
Nobody did. Yeah, that's right. Ashton's right. I would say maybe some venison steaks with some veggies to go with it might be pretty good. You know?
It would be. That's actually what our meatloaf was out of deer. It was pretty good.
It's
Wasn't
good. Yeah. Now, I know in South Carolina, if you have a farm, you can file for a nuisance license, and you can.
Yeah, you can do that here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only good for 30 days, though.
Where
Mike
did
Frazier
you get
says,
your
"Where did you get your fireplace from?" And thanks. Ours come from a place in Gulfport called Top Hat Chimney. It is called the Heatilator I-80.
Pellets. Pellets for rabbits.
Pellets stop rabbits. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
They don't make a lot of noise either. But yeah, it's the
That's
Heat.
funny. I
It's
need
a,
Jen here for a week. Let her shoot rabbits.
it's the largest one that Heatilator makes. It's a 48-inch I-80 fireplace.
Besides manure, what's the best compost for garlic? I remember that one.
Besides manure, leaf mold.
Georgia Garden Girl said she posts a prayer request and it keeps disappearing. Type it again, but just kind of reword it and see if there's something in it that's that might do it.
We have certain words banned on our computer, so sometimes if you leave a comment and one of those words happen to be in it, it's possible that it might not let it come up.
Yeah, just reword it or something. There might be something there. Gossmania said they crochet. Brenda says she puts the soap over in a sock and ties it to a fence.
Yeah.
Some people do that. And
any advice on keeping coons out of your corn? One of the best advice that I can give you is tie a dog next to the cornfield.
And put a trap and catch every one of them.
And use traps with sardines in them. You'll catch them every time, just about.
They're saying how many acres? We have 10 acres. I'm not sure if they're asking us. Bullfrog said they had 9 turkeys in the field one time, but he was too far away. We have 5 turkeys, I think, that need to be processed.
We got to process. They got to go. 5 of them got to go to freezer camp.
New hat, Danny?
A new hat?
Pretty much.
I've always got new hats. Every place I go, if I go into a place of business, I ask them for a hat, and they usually give me a hat.
Yeah. Okay, I still hadn't seen.
Deborah says they had turkeys go through their place for the first time ever last week.
We used to have them all the time.
Well, the foxes, I think, cleaned them out here.
Yeah, and they're gone. A clove of garlic that you hang in pantyhose around the porch works to get rid of bumblebees.
Oh, now that's interesting because we have those little carpenter bees that really like to get
that
everywhere.
Would work. Steve Scott, how are
y'all
you
doing? We are doing as good as anyone in our condition can be expected to do.
Okay, She's a Bottler says Australia is being heavily censored currently due to crazy governments. Y'all get ready.
Get ready, it's coming here. Well, it's already started here because of politically correct words that we have to watch.
Yeah, and Bullfrog's right. If the post is very long, it won't let it print. So you might have to shorten the post. You have to shorten it, yeah. That's another thing. It only allows for so many letters or spaces or whatever.
Barbecue coon is good, Flora. Deborah says, or Debbie.
I've actually eaten it before.
I have too. I can't say that.
It's all dark meat. I mean, it really is.
I know if I had to eat it, I'd have to.
I went kind of greasy.
Nina says, can you move a 5-year-old grapevine? The previous owner planted in the wrong area. Yes, you move anything anytime you want. Just get as many roots with it as you can.
Hint for new tractor video. There will be one maybe in a week, hopefully.
Probably in a week. Sometime in a week, let's hope.
We'll see. I'm kind of behind in videos, guys. So if
We are. Wanda's,
if I could get caught, I've been helping somebody with the cabin. That's all I can say. Okay.
What y'all doing? I'm gonna slide out.
You
here.
slide
Yeah,
there?
Alright.
they're not coming here to watch me.
Oh, they don't care. They like to hear comments. They like it.
oh,
I can answer a few of them, but they
All
don't
right.
ask out.
that's all right. All right. Thank you, Adrian.
Times to plant in April.
Somebody,
I think Leslie was asking about vining crops and root crops. And I wrote down, according to our funeral home calendar, Adrian had to laugh at our funeral home
Well,
calendar.
he goes right inside with mine.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing as mine.
same thing as theirs. Yeah.
So the dates for vining crops, like the Cherokee Town and the cucumbers and watermelons and all that kind of stuff, and then your root crops is the 1st, 2nd, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 28, 29, and 30. You can also do seed beds and transplants during those days. The above ground crops, like most people want to plant this time of the year, is the 6th and the 7th, the 10th, 11th, and 12th, and the 17th and 18th. So that's according to our funeral home calendar. Somebody needs to know about that. Because I think Leslie was asking about the vining crops, and I told her I didn't have my paper with me when I was messaging her.
Georgia Garden Girl says, my chickens keep scratching. What can I do to help them? Well, if they keep scratching, they may have lice on them. One of the things you can do is you can dust them with fireplace ashes. You can just take wood ash and just dust it all over them real good. Or put them a place in the ground that's really dry, dig them a hole and fill it with wood ashes so that they can take a dust bath in it.
Yeah. And they're saying even Brighton got censored because of Australia.
Yes. They did.
A lot of things they're learning how to deal with it, but
Thank you
it's
to
according-
Family Homestead.
It's according to whatever is being said,
Yeah.
and they're trying to keep that at a minimum.
Yes.
Florida Homesteader says that goes right along with the gardening almanac.
Is this yours or mine?
That one's mine.
Oh, okay.
Don't be drinking it. That's
Mine.
got oils in it. I put my grapefruit in there. Yeah, I drink grapefruit just about every day.
She does.
I put my essential oils in my water, and it gives it a flavored water, and I don't have to buy flavored water.
There's my girl,
And,
Ashley. Hello, girl.
She showed up.
She showed up again. Her and Dean.
Yes.
Some of our favorite people. We really love them.
A lot of people say they can't read the Farmer's Almanac very well, and
Farmer's Almanac can be confusing.
It can be confusing.
It can be very confusing if you don't
Yeah.
know how to read it.
And our funeral home calendar, plain as day, tells you what you can and can't plant every day, or what days are days to get rid of weeds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oliver is watching and listening to every word you say, John said. His cat likes you. He
His
loves your
cat
voice.
loves my voice. Yes. Okay.
That's just so crazy, because I fell in love with his voice. I can't help it. Cat's got good taste.
Oh, let's see here. Most all the farm supply stores have calendars for your specific regions of plant, or at least the parts you don't tell when you plant. Yes, that is true. Hope you all get some hard assets, precious metals. Trouble is coming. Yes, Vince, trouble is coming. But stock up on food. I'm telling you, the Bible says there's going to come a day, and you may not even be spiritual. I don't know, and it really doesn't bother me, and I'm not trying to offend you. But the Bible says there's going to come a day when the silver and gold will be thrown into the streets and cursed because it's not edible. So, and I'm paraphrasing that, but that's what it means. But there's nothing wrong with having it. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with stocking up on it, because you may need it for bartering.
Okay, so I see Georgia Garden Girl, I think, was asking for prayers for her. She was injured in the Gulf War, and she has a cadaver vertebra.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, we had talked to her before.
Yeah, we talked to her about that.
Gemini says she wants a funeral home calendar.
I've always had a lot of people ask for a lot of stuff, but never a funeral home calendar.
I told Danny we needed to stop by and see if we could get what they had left, because most people by March, the end of March, are not wanting a calendar. So if we could stop by and they've got a surplus of them,
Yeah.
we might could get them and pass them out as free gifts or something, or people pay shipping to send them.
Kubota Acre says a Kubota tractor is a gardener's best friend. And you know what? We will find out, and I may have to agree with you on that.
You're giving away your tractor, you know that. Well, I told him his hat we'd give it away, and he refused to take the hat off.
Jan says beef prices are about to go sky high. Yes, they are, Jan. As a matter of fact, in about a year from now, they're going to be really high.
Oliver, since he's been listening to you, is a better gardener than they are.
Well, and the thing about it is, Oliver probably goes to the garden and scratches every day and fertilizes the garden.
I'm sure he fertilizes it.
So he's learning well.
Do you use drip tape in the garden?
In one of our gardens, yes, I do.
We're going to be planting our tomatoes if it warms up enough, and it will have the drip tape within it.
My daughter says next time my daddy gets sick, Wanda will be at the funeral home and pick up one for you.
That's what happened last time.
Oh.
Actually, I was paying on a policy, and they just happened to have them. And the guy
Olin
asked
says,
if I
what
wanted them.
funeral home did you get it at? We got it at Moore's Funeral Home here in Wiggins, Mississippi. In Stone County, Wiggins. Now, not the one in central Mississippi.
Yes. Stacy said, "Are
Ghost
you both
Mania
going
says that
to
we need to
get
get
together this
cows.
summer? Are you both going to have a get together this summer again?" We've not had one in the
We
summer.
haven't had one in the summer.
We had one in the fall a couple of years ago, and then we've had two in the spring. Really, I don't know. There's so many get-togethers going on till it's just hard to set one up, and two, it's a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Kubota Acre says laugh out loud. I stopped by Parish on my way to the gathering. Nice dealership.
So he figured that one out right quick.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Pam's Place says her little nephew has strep throat and very high fever. Antibiotics don't seem to be doing anything. We'll put them in prayer.
With Danny's policy. Yes, actually.
What?
The policy I said I was paying on at the funeral home. It's one his mom started many years ago. We just keep it up. And we pay once a year on it, and I just happened to go in there, and he happened to be sick, and it just got to be a joke because I picked up a calendar from the funeral home while he was sick.
Mr. John says, when are we going to plant our tomatoes? Mr. John, hopefully. What was the dates again? I don't remember for above ground crops.
The 6th and the 7th.
The 6th and 7th of April.
That's when we're shooting for. And
we're shooting for that.
We're hoping to, if the green beans do not all pop up, then we're fixing to just totally replant. We're planting the corn at that time. What else? Probably squash, cucumbers, all that kind of stuff. I may plant cucumbers. The vining is on the 1st and 2nd. So that is a couple of days away. So I may do my cucumbers and stuff then.
Jennifer said, Daddy, I found one of your listeners a homestead. Prayers all go through for the sale. Yes, we want to pray for people who are getting homesteads and pray that it'll actually happen for them.
Yes. How's your candy corn collection? I have more candy corn than I know what to do with. It is grown to the proportions that I have it everywhere.
It is.
And I'm up to, I don't know, I haven't counted lately, but I'm pretty sure at least 35 to 40 different varieties. There's not many varieties out there now. I don't know if anybody could actually find one that I don't have now. Hunters
2012 says, what do you think of a tiller versus a disc? I believe that a tiller is really the way to go. I feel like that in the future it's going to be what we need.
McCoy said they got their first calf today. So she said, I guess it'd be like gold. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
We are hoping ours is bred. We thought she already was, but then she came in, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So obviously she wasn't. So we will see.
Divers, yes, we do a lot of container gardening.
Well, I didn't see what it was. I have to repost it.
If we don't get to it, it's going by so fast.
It keeps popping.
Golf Mania says we're starting our homestead. Hope that it does well.
Two families got 5
cheesecakes to make tomorrow. I saw that.
They're going to, when is the shindig? Is it next weekend? I think it is, but I can't remember for 100% sure.
Yes, the green stalk that Wanda uses is awesome. That thing has grown more stuff in a smaller space.
Yeah.
It's vertical growing, and it is literally doing a fantastic job.
And if anybody, I mean, really, if you check Crazy Days, there's videos. I've got like 3 maybe on the green stalk, and I've showed maybe once or so on Deep South in one of the videos. But I've got another video. Hopefully, I'll do Monday or Tuesday on Crazy Days on it. But y'all, I have grown a lot of food in that green stalk.
The City Stead says, do y'all sell the Danny corn anywhere? I keep hearing about it, and I'm interested.
Deep South Homestead.etsy.com.
Yes, on our Etsy store, we have it there. Were those herb containers in your last video outdoors?
I would have, if it's the big black pots.
All the big black pots are outdoors except a few in our greenhouse, and there are no herbs in the greenhouse.
The big black pots has a variety of different stuff, and we use it for all kinds of stuff to plant, not just herbs. I do have some herbs. Yeah, it is next Saturday. Okay, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Looking up green stalk. Stivers.
Check their link down below. We
Yeah.
have them already there. You don't even have to worry about it. You can go straight to it.
Yeah, go straight through my link. They're awesome. A lot of people said they were kind of expensive, but really, if you think about it, it's not. You're getting for the price. If you get the 5-tier like I have, you have 5 tiers you're growing in, and you can grow. I put 1 lettuce in each one, and I did 2 of the planters around with lettuce and 1 with kale. And I'm talking, I have eat lettuce quite a bit. You could eat it every day. Then I still took a lot off today. The kale, I'm growing carrots in it. My carrot stalks are like this tall in just a couple of months, where when we plant them in the ground, it takes 2 months to get this tall. So it's really doing good. The radishes the leaves are just long and luscious, and it's just looking really, really good. The tomatoes are out of this world. They've got little tomatoes. So I'm really liking the green stalk.
Yeah, Papa Truck said his Danny corn must have got 10 feet tall. Some of my Danny corn has gotten up to 16 feet tall.
Yeah.
Amanda put the link up, Stivers, for the green stalks there.
Yeah. The green stalk, the way I tie tomatoes up, I did that on Crazy Days, showing how to do the tying of the tomatoes. Hey, Gothic Sugar.
Wants to know what day will your canning class be?
Tuesday, April the 2nd at 9 Central. We'll pray for you. I'm not sure, they're talking to somebody else, I guess. Okay, so what else? If you're living in an area where you can't plant very much, the green stalk uses, you just go buy dirt from Walmart. We used, which one was it?
We used a Pro Mix.
No, in my green stalk, we went to Walmart and got
Miracle Grow one, yeah.
We got the Miracle Grow, and it takes 1 of the big bags per pot, and then you water from the top down, which is what I like. There's no pumps involved, nothing like that. You fill up the top container with water, and it waters it from the top down, and you're good to go for a couple of days. When you fertilize, you put the fertilizer and the water in the top, and it waters down.
A question was asked, how am I really doing? I still have a sore throat, but I'm doing somewhat better.
And Mari is saying that she found the composter that Jennifer got me at Walmart. I ordered a second one. So now mine came in this week, so I have 2 of the composters. I got 1 for eggshells and stuff like that, and the other for food scraps.
Holly Haven says, is sorghum or sugarcane better crop for hot, humid climates? Sugarcane.
Yeah.
Sugarcane. Sorghum is actually made for a colder climate.
Hey, Okie Rob, did he pop in? I see somebody saying something.
Meanwhile, Hillbilly Homestead Zimmerman says, do y'all have any use for the big canvas type grow bags.
We haven't used them yet.
We haven't really used them yet.
We've had 2 or 3 companies ask would we do reviews on them, but when I've not gotten any yet. They say we'll send them and we never get any, so I do not have any of the grow bags to even try. And
is the green stalk too heavy to move when it's full? No, because it has wheels on it.
You can roll it around if you buy the wheel base. You can roll it around. But I picked up on Crazy Days, go watch. I picked up the thing and picked up each one and moved it. You want to do it before your plants get very big, and that's why I moved mine when I did. As big as my plants are right now, I would break off the tomatoes or the lettuce because it's too much. I couldn't move it right now. But on the base, I can roll it around on the surface it's on.
Did I take the flu shot? No. Danny does not take any shots, period. I have potatoes growing in a 7-gallon grow bag, and they are doing good, Florida Homesteader says. That, and I've seen several people do that.
If Amanda or Sherry or Brenda or Jen could put up the site for Crazy Days. Okay, there, Brenda, Duncan Homestead put it up. Just click on that link and you can go to Crazy Days.
Kubota Acre says, in all my years of growing onions, these Dixondales are by far the best. They are the best that we have come across also.
Yes.
Now, I raised my own candy onions this year from seeds, and they are actually outperforming the Dixondales.
Oh, they're doing awesome, guys.
Those things are.
The candies are like bigger around.
They're larger. I mean, they're actually fixing to seed up and everything. Them things are huge.
So we're hoping the candy, and we grew those from seed.
We grew those from seed ourselves.
So we're hoping they'll do great.
Debbie says, I'm getting some pecans next week. I can't wait to make some cookies. I'll tell you what, the pecan cookies are the best in the world.
Yes. I made him some yesterday.
Okie Rob says, yeah, I was bragging on 30 years of marriage. Okie, my friend, if you've made it for 30 years.
That is awesome.
That's awesome. You've done good. You've really done good.
Most people.
Not many people can say that. I've been married longer than 30 years, just not to the same person.
Ours is going to be 6.
Ours is going to be 6, yeah.
If we'd have met a long time ago, we'd been married a long time.
Brenda says, I've never had a flu shot, and I've never had the flu. I've only had the flu, I think, once in my life. I had, when I was a small kid, I had the Hong Kong flu.
You had something here a while back, but I think it was close to the flu.
I don't know. I don't think it was a flu,
I
though.
think it's a flu.
Well,
He don't think so, y'all.
I don't think so.
He just was down for a few days. Let's say he's down for the count.
Yeah. And Gemini is right. You got to find the right onions for your area, whether they're day neutral, long day, short day varieties. Figure out. Dixondale has the map that shows where you live at, tells you which ones you need to get.
Yeah, they are really good.
They're really good about their onions.
And somebody was asking, could we grow Vidalia onions? We haven't.
A Vidalia onion is nothing more than a Texas yellow granite.
And we grew those last year.
The Vidalia just got its name because of this place and where it was planted in Vidalia, Georgia. It's the same onion as the Texas yellow granite.
And she said, can we send you some?
Send me some what?
Onions. The Vidalia, yes.
Yes, yes.
See, Amanda even said you had the flu. See?
No, I had
we
no
have a
flu.
video. We had the list, and
I
we
don't
done all your
care.
chores because you couldn't get off the porch. You couldn't get off the couch. Ooh, several.
A
of these people
person
have been
can be
a long
sick
time.
and not have the flu.
Okay, a lot of people have been married at least 30 plus years.
That's good.
So I'm 18.
Some 40, yeah. Of course, you're telling your age now if you start telling how many years you've been married.
And they're talking about moringa too. I have 3 small moringa plants that are growing in my mini greenhouse, and then in the big greenhouse, my big, like 3 or 4 foot moringa that I've had for a couple of years. I just take it in the greenhouse in the winter and put it back in the dirt in the summer, and it does awesome.
Yeah, Amanda, I did. I thought I was dying, but I didn't. I made it.
Are candy onions sweet?
Yes, they are sweet onions. Yes.
Somebody's been married.
They're actually a
57
hybrid,
years.
though.
I don't know who, but somebody's been married 57 years, and another one 44. Wow.
There's lots of people here been married. I've been noticing lots of them been married for a long,
41
long time.
years.
Yeah.
Real men don't get the flu.
No, we do not get the flu. I might have been sick, but I did not get the
42,
flu.
21, 25. Wow. See?
Ooh.
When did you start your YouTube channel? We started
3 years ago of December.
almost 4. Well, 3.5.
3.5 years ago, December. Yeah.
Looking forward to 40 years. Wow, these people have been married a long time.
That's great.
That's something.
Country Homestead Preacher says my moringa plant was doing great and then suddenly turned yellow. Not sure why. Do not overwater it.
And 2,
And if it's
the
too cool,
leaves-
it won't do good.
the leaves on the moringa will come on, be really green, and as more come on, the lower ones die. So
Yeah.
I use mine from the bottom up because they just tend to do that. I mean, they're not going to whatever comes on the bottom, and then when the next ones come on, these start dying. It's just.
They said
that's
there
the
was
way it
was
does.
a virus going around that mimics the flu, and they were tested. It was not the flu.
So you had a virus, okay.
Danny,
Either way,
either
you're
Stacy said, have either of us been up into the Dakotas before? No, I've never been to the Dakotas, but I've been around them.
No. 40 this June. Said they think it's going to work out. It just might.
Oh, there's a lot of things to make a successful marriage.
All right, now Wes Old says they planted potatoes in the fall in Florida, and they pulled them out, and the skins were green, but they were buried in the ground. Are they good to eat? They were all in the dirt, and he's been married 49 years.
Now, I've never heard of a potato being in the ground and the skin turning green.
Now,
I've noticed sometimes they can be uncovered for a while and get green, and then people put dirt over them and they remain green.
but that's kind of weird.
But that solanase that gets in the potatoes is actually toxic.
I usually cut it off.
We usually trim it off if we do it.
If the whole potato, I don't know.
I'd be a little scared to say. I would peel them if I eat them. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okie Rob said his moringa died, but it's coming back from the root. Yeah, that's what happened to 1 or 2 of mine.
Yes.
So I had some over winter a couple of years ago, but the last 2 winters mine have died and not come back. So I've been taking them to the greenhouse. I haven't left any.
Sherry says, Daryl says we're going on 42 years, 21 for him and 21 for me. I'm with the busy little house. I'd be careful with green potatoes. They, you'd have to eat a lot of them, I think, before it actually do anything to you. But I still would be a little leery.
Yeah, he said the inside was white. I'm like you. I would at least peel them.
Have I ever seen a green earthworm? No. I've never seen a green one.
Val wants to know, would sugar cane grow in large containers? Yes.
Yes, sugar cane
Just
will grow in large tubs.
Don't put but like 1 piece in each tub because it might put several stalks out. Red Duchess Farms grew it in containers, so I know it can be done.
Ashton
in
says,
a greenhouse.
Ashton says, is it possible to save up enough money to quit your job in Homestead? No.
You still got to have money.
You got to have I just don't know what to tell you. I mean, it takes money to homestead. You got to have infrastructure. It just takes money.
Food.
Yeah, I mean, unless you
gas, tractors, animal food. It's one thing after another. Danny and I started out, we did not have an income. So we were growing food because of that.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get past just growing food, and we had maybe a dozen chickens was it. We couldn't keep moving forward. We were stuck in that one spot because we couldn't do anything to the infrastructure. We couldn't get more animals because we didn't have the money to feed them. And we started bartering. and then he would get a side job, and that's how we progressed. You have to have some kind of money somewhere. If you save a lot of money now and you space it out, yes, that might work.
Sherry says, what? Been married 5 years, but what causes leaves to fall off of tomatoes and just a stem left? The tomato mosaic, not mosaic. The tomato fusarium wilt virus will do that. The verticillin wilt virus will do that. It's hard to say which is which without certain tests.
How long is the growing season for sugarcane?
Sugarcane,
We plant in October.
we plant in October and we harvest in October and
It
November. So
doesn't-
it takes a whole year.
It doesn't really grow until this time of the year, though. It starts coming up in March, and then we harvest in October.
Yeah, and Gothic Sugar is right. Even if you saved everything ahead, you still have to pay property taxes every year.
Yeah.
How long do you leave your onions out to bolt? I would like to save some Dixondale onion seeds. Onions are actually a 2-year crop. They're called a biennial. Lots of times they don't seed until later in the second year or first year. You get seed toward the second year. On some, now I'm not saying all of them are that way, but then some varieties literally seed every year. It just depends. I've seen them both ways.
Yeah, and Sherry's right. The tobacco virus.
Tobacco virus will get tomatoes. Anyone who smokes, dips, chews, or anything like that, if they're around your tomatoes, if they touch them or anything, it's possible that they could get that if they're not resistant to it.
All right. Azaline says she's bartering to get things she needs. That's a way of life around here. Danny
We
barters
barter for everywhere.
What's your harvest time for potatoes in our area?
Regular
Regular potatoes.
Just regular potatoes. We plant in January and harvest in May.
Yeah.
That's usually what we do.
Uh,
Stacy Nelson said, may you both be blessed with healing to your health and sore throat, Danny. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that very much. I gotta get my legs up here before I can prop my arms up.
Most do have some kind of income not from the homestead. We do not really make a living from our homestead at all because we don't sell anything really from the homestead. We have an Etsy store, which we sell seeds, I guess could be considered from the homestead.
Yeah.
But that's the basics and what we make on YouTube. Danny does odd jobs occasionally, but it's not as much as he used to.
Cindy says, I planted Vidalia starts, but they're really small. Could I leave them in the ground for another year? Cindy, depends on whether you planted sets or bulbs. If you planted bulbs, bulbs are already the second growing season for an onion, and they really won't get very much larger. If you want really big bulbs, onions, you need to plant the sets, not the bulbs. Now, I don't know which one you did, but I don't think they're going to get any bigger by leaving them for another year, to be honest.
Do you still like the electric chainsaw?
Yes, I love the electric chainsaw.
All right.
Everybody's talking about how cold it's going to get, and they're all having to cover their plants.
Yes. Somebody says, just got here. They were binge watching on the Roku. MSRY, Catherine.
A lot of people's messages are being deleted.
The
I don't know what
busy-
they're saying, but
Yeah, I'm not sure either. The Busy Little House said you should do how-to books. He actually has two.
I
They're
have two
on
books.
Etsy. One is on how to do sweet potatoes, and one is English peas. We just hadn't got any further than that. Sherry says if anybody comes in the greenhouse smoking, they're warned they have to leave. Danny wouldn't let anybody tie tomatoes up that smokes. If they smoke, they don't touch the tomatoes.
Cindy said, Danny, I think they were sets because they were really tiny. Yeah, you want to always, if they're like the little tall, skinny sets and not the bulbs, but you have to understand, onions need lots of nitrogen and they need lots of water. in the beginning. So if you didn't have a lot of nitrogen and a lot of water, it's possible that could be the problem.
Yes, Roxanne said her sugarcane came back from last year. It's sprouting from the roots. It will.
It will.
Usually, what, about 3 years, and then
About
you need
about 3 to 4 years you have to replace it.
just dig it up and replant. Not dig it up. Actually, whatever you chop down, replant. Is that what you do?
Oki's right. Sets are the second year bulbs. Plant plants from seeds
For onion.
for onion bulbs. I guess he worded it better than I did. That's what I was trying to say. Is yeah, you
Plant the seeds.
plant the seeds for the onions that make the bulbs. If you want just onions, you plant the bulbs, like green onions. That's it took me a long time to figure that one out.
Yeah, we didn't get that correlation for a while.
Yeah.
What type of fertilizer do you use on your figs?
I don't use any fertilizer on my figs. All we do is, my figs are planted next to my chicken pen, so their roots, I'm sure, grow under into the chicken pen. And then we just mulch underneath the fig trees about 4 to 6 inches deep out beyond the limbs. And they seem to do just fine.
We don't know about the plastic actually bothering the English peas. We're going back and forth between a few things, but
yeah,
underneath the plastic or the row cover, Danny pulled it back. It does look like it's still wet.
It stays
under
wet
there.
underneath it. Yeah.
So I can't see that being an issue, but either the freeze really stunned them and they can't pull through, or it's something to do with the not radishes. What was it you planted? Not turnips.
Broadleaf mustard.
Mustard.
Yeah.
So we're not sure. Are we gonna do more canning? Yes, we will be canning this week. I'll have a canning class Tuesday morning for anybody that wants to join. deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. I'll give you the information. It's going to be a private class.
Holly Haven says, where can we find a sugarcane mill to squeeze the sugarcane juice from our stalks? You can find them brand new ones, but they have to be shipped from across the water, and they're stainless. They're very expensive, in the thousands of dollars. Or you can go to your antique sales a lot of times, and you'll find an old cast iron one. Your state, most states have a market bulletin. A lot of times you can find them in that.
Yeah, and Two Family was saying it keeps raining. They're gonna be fishing out their basement door. Maybe fishing in the basement. All the fish will come to your house.
Deborah Osher said my Angus peas stopped growing too, and they're in a raised bed. So
see, somebody else said theirs was just planted in dirt and did the same thing. So I'm thinking it's weather related, to be honest with you.
Oldie P says, Danny, with a wringer on a wringer washer squeeze sugarcane. No. Sugarcane is very hard to squeeze, and it really takes a mill to do it.
Yeah. Okay, so we've kind of covered a lot tonight.
We have.
And
try to do the best I can.
I gotta show a couple of things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let me see. All right, this was from Rachel. It's the little tear out sheets that I used to send with some of my Etsy orders. She sent me a whole book of them, and pecans. So thank you, Rachel. Rachel came to our house after the gathering, brought her family. Her oldest son was wanting to come tour Deep South, and we just love having kids that are interested in the place.
Yes, and then you have one that
Miss B Lady. She's not on here tonight, but y'all, does anybody know what this is? Well, it says soap, but do you know?
Yeah, I was going to say, it says it right there.
It says soap. Has anybody seen this Octagon soap before? Miss B Lady sent this to me, and guys, on the back it has a well, actually you cut this part that says Octagon out, and it's a coupon for a percolator. Who does that? I mean, this is really old that you get a coupon on a soap for a percolator, right? And it smells like soap. Just saying. But she also sent me this planner. It's called the Backyard Homestead Seasonal Planner. And I've been glancing through this, and it's got a lot of good information in it. And it tells how to do things, where to look for things in the woods. When something is ready in the woods. A lot of people want to know that.
Yeah.
This thing tells a lot about that.
Sherry says that was laundry soap.
Yeah, it is. It does say laundry soap on it. Yeah. And this book, it's called The Craft of the Country Cook. I am loving this book. I have been sitting looking through it. It has so many good recipes, and it tells you the how-to. It is the craft part of it. So when I was talking about knowing why you do something, this book is really going to be helpful in that. And it's a big book. Danny picked it up and he goes, my goodness. But I'm loving this. So thank you, big lady. They said it was laundry soap. Yes.
Yes. No, we did not lose any plants from the last freeze because we didn't have any plants out. We just lost our fruit trees, most of them. Let's see.
Colgate. Yes, Colgate makes that. They do.
Yes, it was nice of Miss B Lady to do that, and the other people to do what they did.
Yes, Rachel.
Rachel, for her and her family.
Yeah, and I get things off and on, and I forget to show everything, but we do get a lot of little gifts off here and there.
Your Val 216 is right. Your onion sets will have seeds the first year because they've been through cold storage. Yes.
What was the name of the planner? It is the Backyard Homestead Planner. I think we have the book, The Backyard Homestead, in there. And this planner goes along with it. So you could use both of them together. And then The Craft of the Country Cook is the other one. I am a doTERRA rep. If you would go down in our description and click on my doTERRA link. It is in the description of our videos.
Georgia,
and you can go from there.
Georgia Garden Girl says, did you get my package with yours and Danny's caps?
We haven't got caps lately. Mm-mm.
We haven't got any caps?
Mm-mm, not yet. Not that I know of. You have to let me know when you sent it. Because I don't think we have.
I don't think we've got any caps yet.
I think she told me the other day she was sending something, and I don't think
we've got it yet. And of course, now don't hold us to anything because we haven't been to the post office very regularly. Yeah. Can you store seeds in the freezer? Yes, only certain ones though. We store peas, beans, and corn. That's the ones we store in. And peanuts can be stored in the freezer.
And the one that was asked about my doTERRA link, if you will message me at deepsouthhomestead@gmail.com. If you have any questions, I'll get with you. And it's Mary Catherine. She said her name was just spelt wrong.
Okay.
I didn't realize it.
Amanda says, Danny, like you can fall asleep right where you're at. I probably can because I did not sleep very much last night. So, but anyway, went 17 minutes over our allotted time.
And we are going to bed.
And we are going to bed and we're going to sleep. God willing, the dogs do not wake us up again. I already hear my dog with a metal bowl out there.
I didn't give him a metal bowl, so how does he have a metal bowl?
I hear something.
I do too, and I was thinking that. I did not give him his metal bowl. I'm going to have to go check the dog. He's running around on concrete.
Yeah, so we got to get that away from him.
Yeah, so that's not good. Do you have any trouble with deer eating your peanuts? I don't think we did. We had something.
Gophers.
A gopher was
eating our peanuts, and we had to take care of that.
You want a Deep South cap. I'm trying to think if we still have the link.
Do we have the link for those?
I don't think so. I think we've not used that in so long. I will go on Bonfire and see if I can get a cap that just says Deep South Homestead. It may take me a couple of weeks, but we do have the Bonfire link to our t-shirts and stuff that we have, but I don't think we have any caps on there. So I'll have to see. But I do have the caps that on the Etsy store that says garden like your life depends on it, because it does. I have 3 left. So if you want a cap, you can check those out.
Okay.
And they're putting up prayer requests.
Yeah. Okay. Ah.
Brenda will be up tonight feeding a fire.
Thanks to old man Winter again. We've had that discussion with her. Oh. Okay. Well, we're gonna pray where we can get off of here and go ahead and get some rest tonight. Hopefully, Lord willing. So, let's see here. Father, we're so thankful that you've been so good to us. You take the time to listen to us every night. And thank you for giving us a good chat tonight. Thank you for the people that's in our chat tonight. We pray that each and every one of them will receive a blessing. Lord, as we pray every day that you bless us so that we can reach out and be a blessing to others now. Father, we want to take this time to ask you to forgive us all for where we failed you and where we failed other people at. And give us a clean slate from this point forward so that we can live our life and live it abundantly, Father. Lord, we think about, there was prayers went up for a gentleman named John Walker. We pray for him at this time, Lord, that you would do healing on his body. And Lord, one of our friends, Spicy, he needed prayers from being in the hospital and with some sort of a gallbladder issue. And Andy, I'm sorry, Andy. We just pray that you'll take care of him. And Lord, there's been so many other requests went up here tonight. People are throwing them up left and right. And Father, there's lots of needs out here tonight. I know right now of people who are looking into purchasing a homestead. Matter of fact, my daughter mentioned someone tonight that is praying that their deal goes through on a homestead. We pray that that'll work. Lord, there are people that are needing to sell homesteads. We pray that that'll work out for them. Father, there are those that are looking for places to live, and we pray that that'll go well for them and they'll be able to find a place where you have for them to be at now. And Lord, as we go into this grand solar minimum time over the next few years, I pray that you give us all the wisdom and the knowledge to be able to grow stuff and to be prepared for what's coming. Lord, as we talk about food shortages in the next 4 to 5 years and it being drastic, we pray that you'll give each and every one of us abundant harvests here in our areas where we can grow food and have it in abundance, Lord, so we can store up and stock up for the uncertain days that lay ahead for us now. And Father, for all those that had physical ailments that put out prayer requests tonight, some had flus and some had all kinds of cancer. We remember 2 of them, and Lord had said they had cancers. And Father, we just pray for them, for healing for their bodies and healing for everybody who's sick here tonight, Lord. And healing for strongholds in their lives, people who have addictions. I pray that they can have healing for their bodies also. And Father, just watch over our country as we're in some very uncertain times. We're going through some rough waters right now. The Middle East is really getting stirred up. There's lots of things going on there. We pray that you'll just give our leaders of our nation wisdom as they try to make wise decisions now. Give each and every one of us a great night's rest. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. Okay, guys. We got to get off and try to go get some rest.
Yes, and thank you guys for welcoming Adrian, and I don't know, Christopher's in here talking to a girlfriend.
Yeah, Christopher's at that age where he wants to talk to girlfriends.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We've all been there.
We were there.
We were there. We were there.
So guys, we will have some videos up this next week, hopefully. Don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try.
And I'm gonna have the Canon class on Tuesday. If you're interested, just message me. We'll talk about it. And y'all have a blessed week.
Thanks to our moderators tonight for doing such a fantastic job.
You've done a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.